Good morning, boys and girls. I'm Mike. This is the Everyman channel. I'm also called by my grandchildren and others Papa G, and other things. It's good to see you here this morning. Uh, if you've watched any of our content, you'll know that we have a homestead here on the Arkansas River, and you might see anything from a meat rabbit colony to a chicken colony, and very soon a quail and pigeon aviary, and of course all the vegetables and flowers we grow here, and dogs, lots of dogs. So we encourage you to subscribe and like, and we'll have all kinds of content. But one of the things I've been putting off doing, and I want to address this morning, is talking about something that's near and dear to me. As a medical professional, I had to come up against a personal problem when I had a major brain injury. I had a traumatic brain injury back a few years ago, and it caused lots of problems. I had a cave-in on the left side of my head. I had a brain bleed, multiple brain bleeds, and when I came to in the hospital, I had a team of neurosurgeons waiting to go in and crack my skull and fix those damn things. I was not happy about that. The injury caused lots of problems for me in the long run. By the way, the brain bleeds quit, and I did not have to have the surgery, but it caused problems. And as I recovered, I had multiple things. I lost the hearing in my left ear. I lost my sense of smell. More critically to me, I lost my ability to speak. I could say certain things, but I couldn't say complete sentences, and words would get stuck, a lot like a stutterer. And I had some psychological problems, as you can imagine. I had some perception problems. If stimulation would come at me too quickly, like when I was driving in a snowstorm and all these snowflakes coming at me, it shut me down. I had to pull over to the side of the road. Weird things like that. And that's why brain injuries to me are so intriguing, because they involve so much of your life and daily activities. So in the long run, my very good friend who is a neurosurgeon, told me, look, Mike, at 64 years old, you're going to have a lot more trouble recovering from this. Your brain is still plastic, still neuroplastic. It's going to rewire itself and find ways around this site that's injured, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take some work. And man, was he right. So I had a speech therapist and a psychotherapist and so forth and so on. I underwent a lot of tests, but ultimately I had to decide how to deal with my tremor. Now my tremor it's called essential tremor, also called familial tremor. A lot of times it's inherited through the family. In my case it was. And the nature of it is mainly with the hands and just irritating. For me, it was more than irritating. Mine got more developed, but then after the brain injury, it got much worse, to the point that I could not eat or drink. I had to use both hands to hold anything. I couldn't get a glass to my mouth without breaking teeth out. And to brush your teeth was really interesting. Sometimes the toothbrush would run up my nose. So you don't want that to happen very often. That'll wake you up in the mornings. But all kidding aside, it got serious and it got irritating, and it jeopardized my ability to continue working, which I hope to do for a number of more years. So I started looking at alternatives. How am I going to stop this severe tremor? So the first thing we tried was a protocol for pharmaceuticals, drugs that might help, and none of them worked for me. In fact, most of them made it worse. So for me, that was not an answer, and it left two alternatives at the time. One is called ultrasonic ablation, and it's a very good technique, and I thought seriously about it. Essentially, it's non-invasive. There are no holes drilled in your head or no sutures. It's done with a machine that directs ultrasonic waves onto that tiny spot about the size of a pea deep inside your brain, and it burns it. Those sonic waves are focused and they're intense, and it burns that little tiny patch in your brain. And in most cases, it's absolutely successful. However, if you have involvement on both sides of the brain, as I did, they don't recommend you to burn both sides. They recommend choose a side that's worse or that you're more dependent on, and just do it on that side. Because one of the things that can happen, and it's rare, but it does happen, is that you can wake up from the procedure and not be able to talk. And for me, that was a big deal. So I didn't want something that was not reversible. So that left DBS, deep brain stimulation, which is surgery. It's very involved. It's kind of scary when you first look at it. It's kind of scary when you're going through it. But they've been doing these types of surgeries over 25 years, so they've got a long track record of successes, and they know what has caused most of the problems. There are a number of companies like Boston Scientific and Medronics who have been in the field of making implants for your body, whether it's pacemakers or implants to provide electrical stimulation to your back for things like severe back pain, or maybe phantom limb pain for amputees. So they've been busy in this area for a long time, and they're the ones that make the stimulator that's put into your brain. For me, it was both sides, so they drilled holes in both sides of my head in surgery while I was awake, and I'll tell you more about that. But it was a more involved procedure, but the key for me was it was reversible. So if you get an infection or a problem, or the hardware goes haywire, they can redo it, or they can eliminate it and you're back where you started. So that's the path I chose. And like I said, this is especially for families who are dealing with Parkinson's, a familial tremor, essential tremor, or dystonia. So what you'll hear here in the following episodes that I do is my personal journey through this with a medical perspective, and I try to do it in a way that's fair and concise, and I hope you'll join me. We'll try to do these in sequence here, probably 4 different episodes in the next week or so. So hope you join in, and I'll tell you more about it, and be kind of fun. So for this morning, I hope you have a great morning. Things are beautiful here. It's getting ready to get warm. So get your favorite coffee cup, go out and sit and have a little. You can see some of my remaining tremor, because right now early in the morning I don't turn my unit up to the max. So I have a little tremor, but I can still enjoy my coffee without wearing my coffee. So you guys come back. We'll see you later. I always enjoy your comments and your text and emails and all that. So love you guys, and we'll see you later. Have a good morning.